What's good, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Golden 83, and I am here to do the Bring Back the Intimacy reading for the sign of Virgo. Okay, Virgo, you are third on the list for the zodiac lineup this week. Remember, you guys, that these are general messages, not personal, so take what resonates and pass the rest to the next. Okay. You guys already know what the drill is. We have the Sexual Magic Tarot deck here that we are going to pull 3 cards from, one from the top, one from the bottom, and one energetically from the middle. We'll pull a Goddess card for the Divine Feminines to see where your energy is, and then we'll pull one Animal Spirit card for the Divine Masculines to see where your energy is, what your spirit animal is. But these readings are meant to bring back the intimacy in your relationship, or just touch base on it, what's going on within your relationship. Okay, so with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. We have one from the top, one directly from the bottom, and then one energetically from the middle. And I feel like we're going to go here with it. Okay. Remember, you guys, these cards, of course, do have some nudity on it, so it could be a little bit nasty. So if you are not 18 and up, you can go that way. Okay. So that being said, let's see what we have. We have the 3 of Pentacles, the 5 of Pentacles, and the 7 of Swords. Okay. Oh, Virgo, what it is with your love life. Okay. So 3 of Pentacles here. Usually 3 of Pentacles is talking about, you know, rebuilding, things of that nature. Okay. Some of you may be interested in dating, or have been maybe doing some light communication with someone, okay, and seeing where it may lead to. All right, it's very that there's like no word for it. I feel like the energy is like I think Virgos are in this predicament of, you know, like you want to date but you don't enjoy the dating routine of it all, like the usual questions of what do you do, what kind of food do you like, things like that. It's kind of getting like kind of taboo, so it's more it's something that I like to call a relationship pie. Okay, it's something that maybe you guys need to consider when you're out here dating before you date. Okay, but a relationship pie, it's a pie of basically your main points within a relationship. Okay, so within my relationship pie, I keep mine very simple, and let the other stuff kind of like, because then it gets too busy. Basically, it gets a little bit too mundane, if you will. Mine's is primarily just physical, emotional, and mental, and then maybe financial might get in there a little bit. And you base that pie off of 100. Now, before, I never used to put financial in there. I would just put physical, mental, and emotional. Physical attraction is not that important to me, although it is at least 10%. Okay, because the physical kind of comes into effect if that person can stimulate me emotionally and mentally. Then the physical usually comes later. So that's why I usually would put physical at 10%. 40% would be emotional, and then 50% mental. I like mental stimulation. I like intellectual conversations, things of that nature. Okay, so that's why I say don't try to break down your pie to every little tiny thing. Put every little tiny thing under one main attribute. So if you like conversation, someone that likes to read, things of that nature, put that all under mental stimulation. if you like, as far as like emotional and someone that's very nurturing, caring, observant, things of that nature, that is in your emotional attributes of a person, okay, and what you want in a relationship, okay. And then physical is, of course, your sex, your PDAs, all that stuff. So that's the relationship pie for me, okay. Now, if I want to break it down even more, I could say give mental and emotional 40 each and take another 10 and put that on financial, meaning I don't want to have to be taking care of you type vibe, okay? So kind of build your own relationship pie. And maybe that will help you while you're on this dating journey, okay? Create that relationship pie before you actually start going out. That way you can start kind of gearing yourself to energetically go towards the type of person that meets that pie, okay? So with that being said, you then have the Five of Pentacles following behind that, okay? You could be dealing with somebody right now where you're kind of, trying to invest in them in a sense, but there could be just something that's just leaving you feeling like there's something missing, like there's something else that you need within this relationship, and this person is not providing it for you, okay? So Five of Pentacles, it's like, I feel like within this dynamic, like they may satisfy you physically, but the mental stimulation is a bust, or the emotional stimulation is a bust. Whatever is in your relationship pie, something is missing. The physical is there, but everything else is like trash, okay? So, with that being said, the reason why I say that is because we have this Seven of Swords as your last card here, and they are facing away from each other, okay? So with this Seven of Swords, it's like like I said, no communication. Communication is part of your mental stimulation, okay? Maybe after sex is over, there's no words, there's no chit chat or anything like, oh, let's go get something to eat. Maybe you should reverse that, Virgo, and this is just hypothetical. If this is going on with you, get in where you fit in. If you head straight to the physical, but you don't do any type of mental stimulation beforehand, then that's the reason why you're in this Seven of Swords energy, where you're like, oh, we have nothing in common. It's because you're not looking to have anything in common. You're keeping it strictly physical. And so instead of coming from that place of physicality, like try to switch it where you have that mental stimulation first. If that person isn't mentally stimulating you, then that means there's nothing there, or you need to find things that they are, or what their interests are, and see if you have the same interest, okay? If you already know from the jump that you don't have the same interest, then you need to put that person as an associate or a friend and move on to the next possibility, okay? But don't try to fulfill your needs physically if they're not hitting all the other marks, because then you start leading yourself into having all these multiple different relationships that you try to keep up with, and then you're trying to weed out who it is that you really feel like you could connect with, okay? While it's okay to be a free spirit at times, Virgo, and try new people and new things, sometimes you have to have that self-value within yourself to say, you know what, I need to take a step back and really figure out what it is that I want when it comes to a relationship before I invest in another person, okay? Because you're not getting fulfilled with just physicality. You need all the other things, all the other attributes within a relationship to really thrive, okay? It's no fun just sleeping with someone and then saying, okay, you can go about your business now. Is there anyone in your atmosphere that is good enough to have dinner with first, or have a walk in the park with, or just have simple phone conversation? Take it back to the old days of really talking on the phone with each other for hours on end, and then seeing each other maybe 2-3 days later and eating lunch or something like that, and then possibly going to the physicality of things, building yourself up to the physicality, okay? So if you're starting with physical, reverse it and start with mental stimulation, emotional stimulation. How does this person make you feel when you're around them? If it's just primarily sexual energy, then it's a waste of time because you're making that person only be good for that. What else do they have to offer? Do you know if they have anything else to offer? Are they able to offer you anything other than just physical? If they're not, then it's time for them to move on, okay? Eventually that does get tiresome, okay? So with that being said, I'm going to go into the Goddess deck to see what the energy is for the Divine Feminines. What goddess are the Virgo Divine Feminines in right now? Okay. I feel like we're going to go here with it. Okay. Divine Feminines, you are in the goddess spirit of Ishtar. Okay. It says here, Ishtar is the multi-layered Babylonian creator goddess, the source of all life and embodiment of the power of nature. She is a giver of plenty, a lawgiver, a judge, the goddess of time, as well as the goddess of both love and war. Her name means giver of light and derives from her role as Queen of Heaven. She is the planet Venus as both morning and evening star, and her girdle is the zodiacal belt. Ishtar descends to the underworld and restores the vegetation god Tammuz to life, and thus restores fertility to the earth. As she descends, she removes a veil at each gate. While she is underground, all life on earth is depressed and nothing comes to life. Ishtar is a multifaceted, powerful symbol of a forthright mode of being that is unafraid to venture into the depths of the underworld. She represents the creative feminine, active and strong. Okay? So, Divine Feminine Virgos. Okay? Divine Feminine Virgos. You have these layers to you. Like I said, the relationship pie. Take that as it may. Take it with you. Pass it on. Whatever you like to do. Okay? But you heard it here first. Okay? You take that relationship pie and put it and associate it with the veil. Okay? You show layers of yourself a little bit at a time. Okay? Divine Feminine Virgos. Okay? Or either your person does. It's time to really break down those layers of what it is that you want and what it is that you need when it comes to a relationship. Okay? Bring life to the people that are around you and the environment that you want to have around you. Okay? She is a giver of plenty, a lawgiver, a judge, the goddess of time, as well as the goddess of both love and war. I feel like that is what you are embodying right now as far as the divine feminines are concerned with Virgo. Okay? You are the giver of light. Okay? You are a very bubbly spirit. People gravitate towards you. You have no problems attracting anyone of the opposite sex and maybe even the same sex. Okay? But you need to decide what it is that you actually want to gravitate towards you. However you act is what you attract. Okay? So, that being said, let's go into the divine masculines with the animal spirit here. I'm going to go ahead and pick an animal spirit for you guys. I feel like we're going to go here. For the divine masculines, Virgos, you have the tiger. Okay, you have the tiger, and like I said, get in where you fit in. Divine feminines, if you feel more like you associate yourself more with the divine masculine card of the animal spirit, by all means switch yourself. If you are divine masculine and you vibe more with the divine feminine card, by all means put yourself over there. The tiger symbolism is primal power, creation, sexuality, and perception. While all the feline images denote power, tigers are particularly powerful. In China, they are considered the kings of all beasts. In Hindu mythology, the tiger is associated with the goddess Kali, who represents creation, sexuality, and death. In traditional Sumatran cultures, tigers were killed only in self defense out of fear of inspiring the collective hostility of other tigers. When Europeans began setting tiger traps in Sumatra, the local inhabitants would go out to the traps to explain to the animals that the devices were not constructed with their consent. In this painting, Tiger Eye, the tiger is framed in a kind of cartouche, which implies regal status and emphasizes the eye motif. Like all cats, tigers have binocular vision, which gives them greater depth of vision and the ability to judge distances accurately. The eye of the tiger symbolizes sound judgment and keen perception. Okay? So use that discernment, that perception of people. You're not one to really, I don't want to say judge, but sometimes you can make assumptions of people before really getting to know them sometimes, Virgo, and you have to get to know people first before you can make a standoff judgment about them, okay? You may want to wear tiger's eye bracelets, or take a tiger's eye stone with you, in order to help ground you and protect you from the multiple energies that you have yourself around, okay? Divine masculines or Virgo as a whole, okay? And really focus on grounding yourself in using that perception and maybe controlling that primal power or that sexual desire, that you seem to be carrying with you, okay? If that's something that is on you a lot, it may be time for you to control that. So kind of ground yourself in getting to know someone first, where, I don't want to say it like this, but it's coming out this way. You can't just use sex to get to know someone, okay? You will not find out everything you need to know by having sex with someone, okay? You actually have to talk with them. You have to observe them. You have to be aware of them, their energy, how they feel around you, how you feel around them, okay, Virgos? So calm down the sexual energy. It's nothing wrong with having it. It's about controlling it, okay? So with that being said, Virgos, that is all that I have for you guys today. But I will definitely see you guys in the next one as we flow through your energy throughout the week. Peace.